Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. When I last left you guys, we had just finished up the mountainous trek through Cair Palin and into Hamel Canyon. We are moving on now to Chapter 14, the Queen of White Dunes. And I did have the opportunity to go on to the overworld and do some shopping and reorganize my character's equipment. So you won't be seeing any of that right now, but I went ahead and pre-did it, so took a little longer than I wanted to, but here we have a flashback sequence. Wow. Sexist much? No, I'm just kidding. So I believe we've introduced Leon already. I wasn't sure if we had or not, but this is, just in case we haven't, this is Leon, the Crown Prince of Grado, on the right there. This is 2 years ago, as it mentioned. He's kind of a wuss. He's a very timid, frail person. He's not like, this mighty beatstick kind of guy. He does have a very gentle and kind heart, and he's very caring about other people, so he's not like a total wash-up or anything. It's funny, he's talking to Erica about lacking her strength. Well, uh-oh, I wonder what he's given her. I didn't bother to check. So here we are. This is the Castle Jehanna, or it looks like a pyramid, actually. Jehanna Hall, occupied by Grado soldiers. Oh, there we go. So Prince Leon is a dark magic user, apparently. Yes, rescue the queen. That's very important. So here we have Queen Ismare on the left, and this gentleman on the right talking to her. We'll see his name in just a moment here. Carlisle. His name is Carlisle. Robert Carlisle, but no, not really. That'd be funny, though. So he is allegedly Jehanna's, foremost general, so to speak. Master of arms, something to that effect. Oh, Lord. Really? Huh. I mean, at least he's honest about it. It's not really a good reason for him to betray everybody and start murdering people, but I mean, what the heck do I know? Yep, that's exactly what you're doing. They say all is fair in love and war, but I don't know that this qualifies. Huh. So he's selfish and an idiot. Alright, well, anyway. So as I said, I went ahead and preloaded my character roster for this mission. We are bringing these 12 upstanding people. Cormag is now going to be part of our permanent part of our roster. I'm going to see if I can get him some more experience this level. He's going to need it. He's doing alright, though. He's not too shabby for what he is as far as his level and everything. We definitely want to get Joshua leveled up. He's going to actually be important coming up soon. There's going to be a lot of axe-wielding people, and I want to make sure Joshua is ready for that. Not that I don't have competent sword units. I've got Franz. I've got Erica. I wouldn't know if I'd call her competent, per se, but I've also got Garrick, and he's the monster, so it's not that we're going to be lacking for good sword units, but I need someone who is able to nimbly take out and avoid getting hit as a result. Which, Garrick can probably do that too, but we're going to hang on to Joshua for the time being. There are a lot of treasure chests and whatnot, and doors to open, but we're not bringing Culm, and there is a reason for that, but we'll go into that once we get into level itself. As I mentioned previously, we're going to be using La Rochelle exclusively until I can get her to a usable level. She's still only level 6. I'm hoping to get her at least a few more levels this chapter. She's not going to be promotion worthy quite yet, but we're hoping to eliminate that as quickly as possible. Gilliam is very near promotion. In fact, that might be happening this chapter. I would be very much be happy if it did. In fact, why don't we give him the... Whoops. Who did I give the hero crest to? I had to make room in my convoy because I was actually running out of space. Not the hero crest, the knight crest. Thank you, Dazla. We have another one of those, I think, for Ford when the time comes. Maybe we don't. No, we do. Okay, Innes has another one, so we're good. At any rate, let us take a look at the map real quick. So we're all kind of concentrated in this bottom corner. This is sand, which sucks. It's not hard to move on. But once we get into the castle itself, it's pretty much free reigning. Pretty big, expansive castle. This is the most stupidly designed part of it. This just single column wrap around the whole way here. Not sure why they bothered to do that. But our goal is to secure the throne, or rather get to the throne and defeat Carlisle, who is guarding the queen. The queen is a green unit. She doesn't fight. She just kind of stands here, even though she's got pretty decent stats, honestly. And then Carlisle here is the boss. He's not very tanky, but he is very fast. So, and he comes with this wind sword, which is similar to the light brand from Blazing Sword in that it's capable of attacking at range with magic, and it attacks with a wind-based element. I don't believe the wind-based element of the sword, when used at range, is effective against flyers. In later installments of Fire Emblem it is. For example, in Path of Radiance, the wind effect of the wind sword is good against flyers. In this one, I don't believe that's the case, however. We'll double check and see if that's the case or not. But so a lot of doors to open. There's actually 3 ways in. One way over here on the right, one over here in the middle, and then one over here on the left. Lots of dudes, lots of reinforcements. It's going to be a slog, but we'll make it through. I am confident. Hey, it's Rennick! It's funny how he found himself rolled in with mercenaries here. The only fight I'm here for is with the locks of the treasure chamber. Yeah, great. You go do that. Oh, Rennick. Something doesn't feel right. Well, it's about to feel a lot worse. At any rate, so I did not bring Calm. We actually won't need him, believe it or not. And I have a door key here for Ross to get into that door, which is where he's going to go right now. So he can batter that down. I don't know if any of these guys actually carry door keys, believe it or not. I probably didn't need to bring an extra one, now that I'm thinking about it, but that's alright. We're going to knock this particular door over. See if Joshua's up to the task. He certainly is. This is another situation where attacking at weapon triangle disadvantage is not really that big of an impact, and as you can see, Joshua's just fine. No detrimental effect on him doing that. And then we'll have Gilliam tear the door down as soon as we trade the key over. I'll get that crest back from him momentarily. And this ought to put Gilliam in promotion range, assuming he takes out all 3 of these guys. He might not. That shaman might get in the way and prevent me from doing that, but we'll have to wait and see. This door, however, there's no guy guarding it and no door key to drop. What we do have, however, is La Rochelle with an unlock staff. And that can be used from 2 squares away, and that will immediately open the door without having to expend a key or a lockpick or anything. And here's Rennick. Rennick, you'll see, is a level 1 rogue, and a rogue is a class that you would not have seen in Blazing Sword. It didn't exist. So what a rogue is an alternate promotion tier for thieves other than assassins. So when you promote a thief, they have the option to become a rogue or an assassin. Assassins, as you might remember from Blazing Sword, have the ability to potentially one-hit kill people, and they're very fast, very skillful, and that kind of stuff. Rogues, on the other hand, do not have that. What they do gain, however, you'll notice Rennick is not holding a lockpick. That's because he doesn't need one. Rogues have the innate ability to pick doors and treasure chests without lockpicks. So they can do it innately without any other extra equipment. So Rennick here is recruitable, obviously, and he comes with the member card. The member card allows us access to secret shops, which will be nice. And Rennick, as soon as we recruit Rennick, we'll be able to pick all the locks we want without any lockpicks. We won't need Culm any longer, which is just for the best because, let's be honest, Culm is not turning out super great, and Rennick here is fairly competent combat-wise, but we honestly don't need him for combat anyway. He's just there to pick locks. So his first thing is going to be to move on toward this door up here, but we're going to send Cormag after him and see if we could stall his advance for a little while. We're going to have Cormag pick off this knight, speaking of which, with his killer lance. And I actually want to get Tethys up there, because we're going to have her dance for La Rochelle to get her in range to talk to Rennick and recruit him. And we'll also send... Let's send Tana up there, too. No, we'll send Tana this way. Just to back up Ross and give him a hand. We'll send Franz up that way. And Garrick can go... Garrick can go this way, that's fine. We're waiting a little sword heavy in this middle route, and that's probably not a smart idea, but at the same time, I've got plenty of time to worry about it, so... We're just kind of shoving people in every which direction here. We'll send Erica down this way, how about that? And here we have Kalik, remember him, the jerk that destroyed this Frelia Sacred Stone. And that's Prince Leon behind him. Oh boy. There's been a change of plans, Kalik says, and he takes the queen hostage. Yeah, okay, he looks super kind. Yeah, his might of his sword is only 12 strength, but anyway. So Kalik takes the queen and leaves, along with Prince Leon here. Apparently the prince is not feeling too hot. You know you're not very princely, he says. Yep, so he takes off with all of them, and here's some more reinforcements. So now this becomes a seize the throne map. Oh, convenient, a sword reaver. That means I have advantage against you. And here we have Cormag wrecking house with his killer lance. Hopefully that trend will continue. Oh, look, a free sword reaver. That could come in handy later. You'll see even with disadvantage, Cormag has no issues landing hits. I would have preferred that he'd killed that guy, but, you know. This guy thinks he's going to land a hit on, or land a damage on Gilliam, and he just doesn't. As is the case with everybody who wields a sword and tries to attack Gilliam. It just doesn't work out the way they want to. And I believe killing that mercenary with Gilliam will get us his level up. That'll put him at level 19 and darn near in promotion range. The one thing Cormag is allergic to, very much so, is magic. So that shaman is going to have to die very quickly here. And off goes Rennick to go pillage some treasure. We're definitely going to want to get to him. He's going to be slowed down a little bit by picking those chests up, so we have a little time. We're going to send Franz in to deal with this guy. Well, maybe not. We could just have Cormag do it, I suppose. In fact, yeah, let's do that. We'll just have Cormag take this guy out. Slightly better chance with his Iron Lance here. That'll get him to level 13. So, there's a couple of other promotion tiers that we haven't seen yet. You've seen the Wyvern Knight. That was new to this game. You've seen the Rogue now. What else have you seen? You guys have seen the Great Knight, I guess, kind of. Well, Aias was a Great Knight in the last chapter, so yeah, you've seen that one. There are several other ones, and we haven't gotten to see a whole lot of them just yet, but that will be changing very soon. Hopefully, at any rate. I wonder, can I attack this guy and still get the Myrmidon drawn out at the same time? Yes, I can, if I attack from here. Oh, that's a shame. 1 point shy of one hitting him. That's alright, we'll just do it from here. As long as I don't miss, we'll be fine. And I've got Franz's backup, so we're good. Oh, pfft. See, that's what happens. You gamble, and then bad stuff happens. Alright, let's send Franz in to take care of this guy. Shouldn't be a challenge as long as he hits once. Yep, there we go. Some of the other intermediate promotion branches that we haven't seen yet. I guess you've seen the Rogue now. That's one of the big ones. You've seen the... I don't know if you've seen a Ranger yet. Yeah, you have seen a Ranger. Never mind. Those are the basically the equivalent of a Nomad Trooper from Blazing Sword, so like Wrath. Although you never got to see Wrath as a Nomad Trooper in my playthrough, so... that being said, there's a couple other ones. We're going to get to those. There's not that many more, actually. I think there's just the Summoner. And that's about it. And Mage Knight. We haven't seen Mage Knight yet either. But that's coming up. We're actually going to be fighting at least one of those at some point in the future here. Alright, so that guy is going to be fun to deal with. Why don't we send... Actually, you know what? Why don't we send Joshua here? Let's see if he can Killing Edge this guy to death. If he crits once, we'll be fine. There we go. Doesn't need to crit both times. And he doesn't anyway, so that's fine. And then we can kind of let the other folks here storm in. We don't really need... You know what? Why don't we put the Night Crest away for now? We'll promote Gilliam later. I'm going to use that treasure or that chest key on the treasure chest. Go figure, right? Garrick can't quite get in there to deal with this mercenary, but Luke can. She can't kill him, but it'll weaken her enough that Naomi can take him out. And then Naomi will also be in range to pick off those archers. Okie doke, yep, that'll do it. Okay. That's what I was hoping to avoid. So we're going to be in trouble here if that mercenary decides to go for... Well, I guess he won't hurt that much. 13 attack, they won't take that much damage. Let's send Garrick in as backup, though, just in case. And then this door, let's get to that. Knock this guy over. Almost in a single hit. I didn't bring the Steel Axe this time. I decided to bring a Sword Slayer, just in case I run into difficult mercenary opponents, which Ross is not capable of dealing with. He's simply not fast enough or nor accurate enough, so... Alright, another door key. We don't need the one we brought with us. That's alright. We'll move on. Hopefully there is no archers in here. That would be very bad. There's not. There's a lot of mages, though. Thankfully, Tana's got halfway decent resistance. And we're actually going to trade over the hand axe to Ross, just in case mages get any funny ideas about hitting him from a distance. Of course, the mercenary goes for Naomi. I'm going to bet the shaman will, too, if I had to take a guess. Fortunately, Tana does not quite have the punching power to get through this knight. Well, almost. That's going to give her a level up, though. That'll put her at, what, 16, I think? Yep. More defense. Nice. That would have been nice before you got hit by that knight, but I will take whatever I can get. This guy's going to be in a bad way. He's not... Cormac's not going to kill him. He's going to come darn close. Alright. And Tana just takes nothing from these fire tomes because, lol. Oh, we're going for Joshua. Interesting. I would not have expected that. But as usual, Joshua is a dodging machine and doesn't like to get hit, so... And here comes the archer people. A longbow, you say? Convenient of you to bring a longbow when you're not actually firing from 3 range. Not really sure what the point of that was. At any rate, we got some reinforcements on the move. Ooh, a spear. We want that. We definitely want that. Alright, let's deal with Mr. Nightman here real quick. Nightman. Not like the Mega Man boss, but... Although he is pretty cool at the same time. And we can have Erica pick off some of these mages, I think. How's her resistance look? 3. Okay, maybe we don't want her getting in there and getting involved. Yeah, she wouldn't last too long, methinks. Which is disappointing, because she really needs the experience. You know what? I think we're gonna... No, I don't want to risk it. I simply do not want to risk it. Not yet, anyway. Maybe once I clear out a couple more of them, but I don't want to risk Erica getting killed already. That would be bad. And of course, Tana laughs at these mages and their puny attempts to hurt her. Alright, now what to do about this whole mess up here. Let's have Joshua finish off this mercenary. That's a level up for him. Maybe I was hoping for some strength, but I'll take defense. Speed's always good. Naomi can continue her assault on these archers. That one behind this archer does not have a longbow, otherwise he would have fired it, so. Skill and wow, 12 resistance, that's pretty good. Alright, we'll let... Can Gilliam one-shot this guy? Yes, yes he can. Let's see that. That'll put him to level 19. Strength and defense, as one would expect from a knight. And who has that chest key? Joshua does. Well, I'll tell you what we can do. Let's do a little trade chain here. And Garrick will open the chest. And we get a guiding ring, another one that we don't need, really. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of mages to promote right now. We'll let Franz take care of this fellow. And then we can push Cormag through and start dealing with those shaman. And then hopefully we can get La Rochelle up to recruit Rennick before he gets too far away. Oh, Hero Crest, nice. I actually didn't bother to look and see if there's anything stealable on this map. I completely blanked on that. Rogues, by the way, still can steal in addition to opening picks without tools, so they're basically just better thieves. Doesn't look like there's anything to steal. Nope, there's not. Alright, that's actually good, because that means I don't have to worry about not bringing Calm here. Now here's the rub. I want to get Tethys closer, but I don't want to get too far that... let's go Javelin mode. And we're probably going to want to heal him immediately afterwards. Simply because the combination of strong axemen and magic tome users means he's going to be in trouble health-wise. Unless he dodges. Or, oh, come on, really? Dude, you can't keep missing like that. You're killing me, man. Absolutely killing me. Alright, let's heal him first. And then what we can do, actually, is make appropriate use of the barrier staff, believe it or not. Do I want to dance for La Rochelle, or do I want to dance for Franz and help clean these guys out? No, we'll let Cormac do it. So let's dance for La Rochelle, and we'll use a barrier staff on Cormac that will protect him from a lot more magic damage. And also give La Rochelle some experience. There we go, some more magic for her. Speed, luck, and resistance. What haven't I moved yet? Erica hasn't moved yet. Well, she won't. That's fine. So we got plenty of dudes here. We shouldn't have any issue getting some levels out of some of our guys. I'm hoping to get at least one, maybe two people into promotion this chapter. That would be ideal. I think Gilliam's an obvious choice, as well as maybe either Tana or maybe even Ross or somebody. That'd be cool. Having a Berserker by Chapter 15, I'd be okay with that. Probably should have given Tana her Javelin. Didn't think of that. That last Shaman, however, if he wants to hit her, is going to have to go right up next to her. And just like we saw in last chapter, Tana is a dodging machine. Well, of course, these guys don't have a stellar hit rate anyway. So I guess it stands to reason that she'd be dodging everything. The next chapter, by the way, is going to be quite difficult. It's actually a pretty decent spike in difficulty from this chapter to the next one. And there's a couple of reasons for that, but we'll get into that when we get there. That being said, I don't know if I get a chance to resupply on the world map between this chapter and the next one. In fact, I'm fairly confident I do not. So I will not have an opportunity to resupply. I will not have an opportunity to run into a skirmish and gain some extra experience points, so I'm stuck with whatever I get at the end of this chapter. Which is fine. I still have access to my convoy on the map with Erica, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, come on, man. You need to start hitting stuff. Well, that Shaman right in front is... Oh, he already moved. Alright, we absolutely have to recruit Rennick next chapter, or next turn, rather. Otherwise, he's going to get away, and I don't need that. So, let's have Franz come in and deal with this guy. It's always nice to have a good Cavalier around. In fact, Franz is just about as tanky as Gilliam, which is great, although he keeps getting crappy level ups. I'm starting to get really salty about that. Alright, we'll have Cormag take this guy down. Hopefully, he needs to land one hit. He's not. The problem with Cormag right now is he's not all that fast, so he's not able to reliably double hit people. That would solve a lot of issues. We're going to move him again with Tethys. And I'm actually going to take out the other axe user if possible. Although, no, he's in the way. I need to move La Rochelle first. Yeah, so we need to take out the Shaman. Which is fine, because I can do it in one hit. And we can actually use a Rennick to kill the that other axe wielder guy there. If we need to. More speed, good. I like when you get speed. Alright, move La Rochelle up and talk to Rennick. Whatever is the matter? I love it. Best character in the game. He's just like, okay, well, fine, whatever, screw it, let's go. Alright, so I'm trying to decide if I want to take out him or try to... Well, I don't think Rennick is capable of killing that guy. No, he's not. I don't want La Rochelle getting attacked by both of them, so we are going to have Rennick just take out this here miscreant. And she... Actually, that knight might not move. I think he's actually there to guard the passageway, so he might just remain static. Which I'd be okay with, honestly, so... Why don't we turn Rennick's animations on? They're not spectacular. Honestly, the rogue attack animation's a little wonky, if you ask me. But, I mean, you might as well get a chance to see it, I suppose. Amy's doing pretty good for herself over here. And, let's see. Let's get Erica in here to help mop up these mages. She can handle at least one of them. And she gets hit in the process. There's the unnecessary critical hit, as we've come to rely on her for. Come to rely on a lot of people for, really, if you think about it. And we'll have Ross mop up this one here with his Iron Axe. And then last but not least, this other Shaman over here is going to be Tana bait. Silly Shamans. You know, it's funny how Shamans are like painted as like, oh, they're so deadly, they're using dark magic, and yet they can't hit the broadside of a barn with it half the time. Unless you're Canis from FE7, he's pretty good, but in this case, Dark Mage is not so great. Not so great at all. Speaking of Gilliam, let's get him moved on over here. What am I saying? I didn't mention Gilliam at all. Wow. Must be one of those days. Anyway, let's move on. Get the crew in this little hallway here. This level's pretty long, only because... Oh, geez, yeah, I'm really glad I killed that axe guy now. Turns out armor knights are powerful. I mean, we already knew that part, but... Hopefully one of those archers doesn't have a longbow. Does not appear that way, and Franz will easily dispatch... Well, almost easily dispatch that one. Nope, no longbow. Lute finally gets a chance to shoot at something. Which she can one-shot with L-Fire because she is an absolute nuclear warhead. I love it. I love it so much. Lute is so good, guys. Absolutely impressive. Alright, and then Joshua can probably handle this guy, I imagine, if he crits a couple times. Or crits just once, really. As has been his way. Nope, maybe not. I was hopeful. That's alright, though. We'll just trade him back his steel sword. He doesn't need the killing edge anymore. I could let Gilliam do it, but I don't want to... He's not going to get hardly any experience out of it, so what's the point? Just occurred to me. Do I have a door key with this group? It would appear that I do not. That guy's got one, but I need to get over there first. So why don't we send these folks... I'll have Erica hang back and open these chests. I have chest keys for that very reason. Another energy ring. That's a third one, isn't it? Wow. That might actually be a good thing to use on her. Again, I know, right? I can't believe I'm using more than one on her. Absolutely pathetic. But at any rate, we'll let Ross handle these armor knights. And actually, do I have another door key? I don't. I need to get one of those. So why don't we grab one of those from... Unless one of these guys has one. Nope. Oh, he does. He does have one. Okay, we're good. Alright, that being said, we are going to continue on with the remainder of this chapter, I think, in the next episode. We're about the halfway mark, so until I see you guys next time, thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. We will resume the remainder of this chapter next time. And until then, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.